on the limited voters registration exercise. Maybe the old one and Dellasie, is it Dellasie, right? Good. Dellasie Aning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Now, do you speak Cree? Are you a Ghanaian?
Yes, I'm a Ghanaian. But you know, I'm a Blochi girl. You know, I was raised in New York.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. But I'm living here now full time.
Full time?
Full time.
Ghana here?
In Ghana here.
Which region?
I'm in Agyapong.
Greater Accra here?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I see. So your parents live here?
Yeah, yeah. They retired and they've moved back.
Oh, I see.
So I followed them.
Oh, I see. You followed them to Ghana?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, I see.
A singer, performer,
wow.
And I play some instruments as well. Wow. Yeah, yes.
A songwriter?
Yes.
A singer?
Yes.
A rapper?
Yes.
Oh, wow. You rap as well?
Of course.
In the Akan language or which language?
English, but then I can mix a little Ga, a little Pidgin, a little Tree, just a little bit, a sprinkle. Wow. You know, I do a mix of, you know, I use Ghanaian, New York, hip-hop, some dancehall, and some Afro-pop, like, you know, mixed into.
So how many songs do you have now? Have you written some songs?
Yeah,
you have your songs out?
Yeah, I have some songs out. But I recently signed a distribution deal with Universal Music.
Okay.
So I'm going to be redistributing some of my older work and distributing some new work. Okay. So I've wiped all my Spotify, Apple Music, and all that. But I have an official website, Dellasie.com. If anybody wants to check out music, there's music there.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's wonderful.
Yes.
A lady rapping. Oh, so when did you start this?
Music?
Yeah.
It's been a lifetime journey because when I was really small, I'll tell you a very quick story. When I was about 6 years old, I went to a party, and while I was at the party, one of the guests went to my mom, and she asked my mom, "How long has your daughter been playing piano?" And my mom was like, "What? My daughter doesn't play piano." She's like, "Yes, she does." And she's like, "No, she doesn't." So the woman brought her to the room I was in. There was a piano there, and I had been playing by ear, just things I'd heard on TV, cartoons, just, you know, trying to play it. And they stood there and they watched me quietly. And next year, she put me into piano lessons. So for 9 years, I was a trained pianist.
9 solid years?
9 solid years. I played Mozart and Beethoven and all those classical songs.
Okay.
And then in high school, my boyfriend was a rapper. Okay. And that kind of got me into rapping. Wow. I started writing songs along with him. And by the time I went to university, I had put together my first mixtape. Pharrell Williams heard it. Okay. He thought it was really great. I almost got signed. Almost. It ended up not working out because his label, you know, disbanded. Okay. But I ended up continuing. So I've always done music. I've always done music. I sang in my church choir. I sang in my school chorus as an alto. I'm just a very musical person. Always have been. Yeah.
Looking at the Ghanaian content, do you think your style of music is going to generate more people to like your songs?
Yeah, I mean, I think my style is very unique because it is fusion. So it's not exactly the same format as the typical Ghanaian artist. Okay. It's a little different. Okay. But I think we've learned, like looking at Black Sherry, for instance, an artist that is very different can be very successful in this market and all over the world. And I'm already an international artist. Okay. So really it's just about connecting with the people locally here in Ghana. And when I perform here in Ghana, I always connect with the audience. They really like what I have to offer. It's different, but they can feel the connection, you know? Yeah.
So since your career, what has been the major challenge that you've gone through?
Being here. And he let me know that in 2 weeks, he's going to be completing I think he's working on a degree right now. All right. So in 2 weeks, he's going to complete it. And he says, we're getting in the studio as soon as it's done. Yeah. So you guys have to look out for this.
All right. Yeah. Now, let's come to the humanitarian aspect of what he does. Right? Yeah. I learned you talk about people have challenges about their skin.
Yes, yes.
What is it about? Well, tell us more.
Okay, well, for starters, this month is Skin Cancer Awareness Month, the month of May. And it started with the American Cancer Society in 1981, and it just spread globally. So basically, Skin Cancer Awareness Month is where people that have suffered from skin cancer discuss their experiences, and also people in the industry of health talk about, skincare practices, positive skincare practices, how you can protect yourself from getting sick and things like that. Now, me in particular, I discuss skin bleaching because skin bleaching is such a big practice, not just in Africa, but globally. But because I'm an African woman, I'm very concerned with my own people. And that's part of why I moved back to Ghana, because I wanted to be home to kind of face the issue head on and do some positive work in the community. So I do a lot of community outreach. I go to a lot of secondary schools, like I was at Accra Girls a few months back, and Legon, Knutsford University, and just different places speaking to young people about this, because it's at those ages where people begin to be aware of themselves, of their beauty, start being interested in dating and things. And that's when those kinds of thoughts enter their head, that they might want to skin bleach. It's very dangerous.
So after creating that awareness, is there any way that you help people with such maybe problems, skin problems? Is there any way that you help them, support them, if they have such challenges?
Well, one of the big parts of my outreach is education.
Okay.
So I talk to people about, one, what the risks are of these skin bleaching creams that contain hydroquinone, mercury, glutathione, very dangerous chemicals. It can cause skin cancer. It can cause high blood pressure, infertility, cancer of the liver, kidney, and neurological disease. So there's so many diseases and ailments that's connected to skin bleaching. Most people don't know. And I think maybe if they knew, it would discourage them from, going into that practice. I also offer as an alternative, educating people on some alternatives to skin bleach. Because a lot of times, people will start skin bleaching because of hyperpigmentation, which is when you have dark spots on your face and body. But there are natural alternatives that specifically target hyperpigmentation, like carrot oil, like lemongrass oil, like frankincense oil, like lavender oil. And shea butter is actually a very good protectant for the skin. So, UV rays from the sun can be dangerous. And we're all supposed to be wearing skin protectants. But we as Africans, we don't do that because we've always been people of the sun, right? But we've been polluting the earth so badly that the ozone layer is very, very thin. And so now we have these dangerous UV rays that are hitting us, especially market women and people that sell, street side sellers. They're very vulnerable and they don't know. So education is part of this. And shea butter is a good way to protect yourself. And it's something all over Ghana that you can easily find. And that's one of the ways you can be proactive about
So is there any places or target group that you try to advocate towards this, your project?
Well, like I mentioned, I try to target the youth. But it's also important to talk to adults because these conversations should be happening in the home. And that's where it begins. If you don't talk to your children about these things and they go out into the world and they are influenced by different things and they don't have a strong sense of self or understanding about how important it is to maintain and protect their skin, then we'll fall into these behaviors. So I like to talk to adults as well and also push them to talk to their children because that's what my parents did with me. And that's why I came out, very strong in my belief of loving my skin and being proud of it because my parents instilled that from when I was very, very small. And I think parents need to do this with their children.
Looking at this project, I don't know whether you have other supporters or people funding you or partners. How is it?
I'm so glad you brought this up because so far nobody has asked me this very important question. But the funding is definitely an issue. I have this NGO and I run it primarily by myself, but I have a small staff of volunteers. And there's only so much that we can do, because it's charity work. I'm not making money. Every time I go out to speak, I have to spend money, but I'm not actually making any. And so it's important to have donors and people that are invested in this cause. So finding the funding has been difficult. Like for the past 13 months, I've been talking to the most wealthy people in Ghana about this. And they all say, oh, is this a good thing you're doing? Dellasie, oh, we support you. And then when it's actually time to put the money down, they just disappear. They don't answer your call. They'll air your call. They don't return your emails. It's very, very frustrating. I actually feel that I have to go outside of Africa and reach out to these Obronis in America, Canada, and Europe because they would actually put the money there. And our people aren't interested in funding and putting the money there. It's sad, but It's happened. You know, I've been dealing with that for over a year now, just trying to campaign hard for funding, and it hasn't been so successful.
All right. For the sake of our viewers, we are speaking to Madam Dellasie Aning, or an artist and humanitarian, speaking on a project creating awareness on our skin cancer and other matters here on Net2 TV this morning. And there are messages here. Please, can you let Miss Dellasie give us a little rap? Definitely, do come on. This is coming from Samuel Kelly. He says, good morning to you. Long time. Been busy nowadays. Just know that I miss you all, always watching you whenever I get time. My regards to the queen of the show. And Richard Ohineba says, Wahin and Sister Abena, you are welcome on board. Glory be to the Most High God from Ohineba at Domakon, UK. So this morning, your lines has come by. All right. So moving forward, what will you tell people? Are you telling Ghanaians to help you in order to achieve your dreams? What are your final message to the general public?
Yes, you know, those who have ears, please hear, and those who have mouths, please speak. Spread the message of skin positivity, and also it's a mental thing also, that we should take pride in ourselves and who we are, and not try to imitate or look like anyone else. Almost everybody I know who's bleached their skin deeply regrets it, because once you do it, you can't go back, you know. Even
you see someone with different colors.
Yes, Coke and Fanta face and those ones. Yes. And actually, there's one more thing I wanted to mention. May 25th, I'm doing a program at Laboni.
25th May.
25th May, Saturday, at the Barn Door Beer Garden. It's right next door to Treehouse in Laboni. And it's a summit. And we'll be talking about all these things, colorism and how that relates to skin bleaching, as well as health and wellness. So I have a nutritionist, a psychologist, a yoga instructor, and an esthetician. So they're focusing on the mind, body, the soul, and the skin. So that's panel 1. Then panel 2, we have a bunch of entrepreneurs on there, as well as myself. We'll be talking about colorism. And then in between, we'll have performances by me and 3 other artists. And it's free. Free for everyone, so please do come. It's from 11 to 5 p.m. Saturday, May 25. Laboni, Barn Door Beer Garden in Laboni. So please do come. We invite you. All are invited. Yes.
Can you mention your social media? Now, currently in a global village, you see social media has become so paramount in a way that it helps disseminate information to general public. So can you tell us where people can locate you, watch you, watch your videos, if there's any support that someone wants to come on board?
Yes, absolutely. So you can follow me either on my website, dellasie.com. That's DELLASIE.com. And across all platforms is Dellasie. Same thing, DELLASIE. Now on Instagram, there's an underscore. Instagram and Twitter at the end. So after E, you just put an underscore and you'll find me. Yeah.
Someone requested for a rap, so it's time for you to rap. So can you just give us a freestyle of one of your raps so that we wrap up the show?
All right. I'm getting the beat in my mind. The game is dirty, dirty, dirty. Flirted death before 30. Got a lot to say, I'm wordy. Don't let my sexiness fool you, I'm nerdy. Walking rooms with a candle lit. Spirit bright, she can handle it. Oh, your man, I can handle him. I spit all crazy, I'm emptying out the clip. Boom, 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 boom. Moving for the room. Grammy coming soon. I'm with the whole gang and a couple of goons. They say the girl is too spicy. All the bullets call her wifey. She be so cool at the night, bitch. She be like kryptonite. You be say antifreeze. You see, I know move for hype. Can't feel you if we know the vibe. My haters, I'm giving them life. They stay up all night. They trying to bite. It be tens. We get wins, we get wins. You see how I'm moving? I mean, check the whole team. Ultralight beam, boom. It's just a little taste, though. We pepper them small. We ginger them small.
Very interesting.
You know?
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, you are good.
Thank you.
But as a Ghanaian, why don't you learn the local dialect?